Army mateys. I'm trying to get this damn eye to heal. It's like, it was kind of bothering me over here initially. Or let me show you my other eye just for content, or to show you like this specific spot. Kitty, get away. I'm trying to do a video. Right here. And then like now, it's kind of bothering me over in this area. I don't understand. Like, it's like a scratch kind of a thing. I don't know. But anyways, the point of the video, maybe I should just get a marker and make this black. Would that make you happier? My greasy face. I was just outside. We had this tree that was a big one. And, well, first let me get to the point. That way, in case you're done watching it. The point is, March 17th, again, 17th, the letter of the alphabet, by the way, happens to be the letter Q. It's interesting. But March 17th, it's like worldwide, for the most part, major banks are having some kind of scheduled maintenance, which is a Sunday. So it's not like you're going to walk into a branch on a Sunday typically. But online and mobile banking systems are down on the 17th. I just checked a few banks in America. Yep, check. Someone messaged me in Patreon about banks over in Europe and elsewhere, actually. Yep, 17th. It's just interesting, you know. Well, it's very interesting for the whole world's banking system on Sunday to get some kind of update. What kind of update would every single person's bank need to get? You know, strange. But anyways, I had this tree in the backyard, amongst many. We had some high winds not too long ago, and it wasn't a hurricane or nothing come by, just a windy day for whatever reason, and it knocked the tree down. Kind of not a big one, but it hit right over my wood fence, you know, the property line fence, and it busted the thing all up. So I had to kind of do a jabroni repair on it for the time being. Had a tree company come out, of course, cut the thing up, all this and that, and look at some other trees, because there's some other ones I'm wondering about. Well, this big one, fairly close to the house, was, he's like, well, there's a hole. You can see that hole in there, and you never know how deep it is in the trunk. That's not good, you know. And once they cut it down, it was a sizable one. So it's like, yeah, probably a good idea to get rid of that thing. But it was a big, probably the second biggest tree on my property. And so, get out of that sink. Get on out of here. Get. Remember that from Jeff Foxworthy a long time ago? Talking to his dogs. Get on out of here. Get. So it actually worked. Cat ran away. She was jumping inside the damn kitchen sink for something. Ain't nothing in there. It's empty sink. What are you doing? So anyways, had him cut down this big tree and a couple others. Just, you know, get away from the house. Anything that looks bad, let's just get rid of it because it's rotting or whatever. And they did some some stump grinding, and I'm noticing these little sapling things growing out of where the tree used to be, a bunch of them in the ground. And I'm like, asking my wife, man, is your friend Rachel over here planting stuff again? Because if she is, she's planting way too close to the little driveway thing there. And there's stuff growing there. I don't know if she's putting those moringa trees down because these are kind of reddish or what. Well, it turns out these little tree things are growing right out of the roots of the old stump. There's some roots still there. So I had this little mini excavator, little tiny one, little Chinese thing. I got it at an auction, brand new, not too long ago. It was for like $5,800. And I'm like, yeah, I've got some friends I could use it. I got a few jobs around my house I need to use it for. So I was out there. I looked this morning. I go, all right, let me get on that thing and rip those things out. I thought maybe acorns, you know, were growing, old acorns from the old tree. Well, they're coming right out of the damn roots. So it's like, oh, I'm trying to rip these things up, and the excavator's like, nope. Sorry, can't pull that up, too big. And so I get to looking at everything and realize, oh, okay, that's what's happening here. And so what was the point of the story? Why am I telling you this? So I was out there, right? Got the thing started, went out there, chewed them all up, and I got in, removed what I could. And then I did break up some of the roots with the excavator. I had some teeth, 3 teeth on the bucket thing. So I was able to do that. I felt like there was a way more interesting thing I wanted to tell you about this. But the more I think about it, it's like, well, what else? What there is nothing. So, got a little sidetracked. I'm telling you, there was some point to me telling you this. And I can't even think about it. But I mean, the tree was big, and if that thing fell over in my house, if it came this way, it's hitting something. It's going to knock the screen pool enclosure down, the whole back area screened in. It'll knock that down. If it came over this way just a little bit more, it would hit our house. And again, it was a big, tall tree. And so I'm like, I got to get rid of this thing. Of course, my wife, you keep getting rid of stuff, and I want to, you're getting rid of all the nature. I'm like, I'm getting rid of all the crap that's going to destroy our house. Is what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. And sure enough, it had a big old hole in the damn middle of the thing. So whatever causes that, was, happened here. I don't know if it's some kind of insect thing or some kind of rotting thing, but I'm like, I'm glad we took that thing down, because it actually was a big lower trunk, and it turned into 2 smaller trunks, which were still pretty big. And, it was one tree though, but it was like a Y, if you will. And the squirrels did like to go up and mess around that tree. But listen, my house is a little more important than effing squirrels playing around out there and such. I mean, what if it knocks? We're sitting in the living room, the damn thing falls over, boom, smashes into us while we're sitting here, or one of the kids' rooms. Got to get rid of that crap. I don't have time for that nonsense. All the green crap growing on the screen. Got to get someone out here with a pressure washer once or twice, every year, sometimes 2 years, to come out here and pressure wash all the green crap. The more stuff you have growing close to your house, trees and whatnot, whatever, that's, it just happens. And then, of course, they all have pollen. So when it's time for pollen season, which it is, effing stuff gets everywhere. And, of course, all the massive amounts of leaves these things drop constantly, not constantly, but, like our fall time is actually winter. You come around here winter, and that's when you see all these damn leaves on the ground instead of really in the fall. So anyways, I just mainly want to tell you about this bank thing, and maybe a little bit of, kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen with the crypto market at the moment. And we did have a little pullback. It wasn't much. It wasn't some major one, and a lot of people were thinking a bigger one would happen before maybe we started going up again. I'm not real sure about that. I kind of don't even care. I just know the date is getting quite close that I got in the dream. As you know, we did a live stream with Woo Woo Dude, and he, if you listen to what he said he got with his guides and stuff, it's pretty much in alignment with what I got in my dream. And FYI, the Rumble video is up about Crypto How To 101 stuff. I did upload it there like Entheos asked me to. He said, put it on Rumble, so F YouTube, basically. Yeah, fine with me. And the video's there, for any newbies trying to navigate the crypto market. What do I need to do? And yes, you should probably, if you're going to think about doing this, you need to go ahead and put your money into Coinbase now, so it's sitting there and you can immediately use it the second you need to. And if that means putting a limit order in right now, you could, and the limit order will not fill until the price is hit that you've put in the limit order. So you could just set it and forget it, kind of a thing. Or if you just want to watch the market, at least your money's in there. Because you're going to be panicking to get money in there, and you're going to find out, oh, my bank doesn't let me. Oh, they won't let me do wires, but you can use your debit card. Oh, well, we got to wait for this. And get your money ready to go. Have it sitting in there in the Coinbase account. Yes, you're going to have to do KYC, send us your driver's license, blah, 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 all this nonsense. But that at least enables you to withdraw, significant amounts of crypto or money, not crypto, but money when you need to. And there's Woo Woo Dude. Did you see AMP is doing it again? No, actually I didn't, because I'm over here doing a video. But he a while back was like, hey, we should get some AMP. He mentioned on one of the live streams, this was quite a while ago, about AMP. And I do recall getting in it when he said to. I think I told my Patreons, we were doing the video anyways. And I think, I don't know if he told me, and then we did a video, later, kind of a thing, like days later or whatever. I don't remember now. But it's like, okay, well, he's talking about AMP and stuff. So, some people got into AMP. And I think I did get it, maybe a little trade, and then I made a little bit of money and got out. I don't remember. I'd have to go back and actually look because I do feel like I listened to him when he said to do it. But anyways, it's doing like 100% gain the other day, and when it had like a 20 or 30% pullback, he jumped back in, and he told me, and now apparently it's doing it again because he's texting me right now. I don't know about 100%, but I'll look after this video. So anyway, speaking of crypto, right? Isn't that amazing with the timing and Spirit maybe trying to give you a little hint while I'm doing this video. But I think we're going to have a rally. Again, the eclipse, there's a lunar eclipse, I think the 24th or 25th of March. So just, a week or so. I have a personal note to myself. Reminder, pop up. Today's the 20th. Originally it was the 22nd. I said, no, let me set it to the 20th. How's the market doing? If it's up, maybe you want to get the F out, because that's what the reminder says, because April 8th is not too far away at that point. And April 8th is that solar eclipse, which is apparently seems like a big one or important one. And again, with Woo Woo Dude and his timing and me and my dream and my timing, April is a pretty interesting month. And, you may not want to try, you can't never catch the top. You can never catch the bottom exactly. It's just, and if you do, it's just luck if you just catch it like that, And again, even with my Bitcoin trade, Spirit showed me 38. I got out at 38. I think, and speaking of which, I think it was 36, 37, 38% profit, somewhere around there actually, from 26 or 27 to 38. And I think it was, again, I don't know math in my head, but I think it was 30 something, 35, 36, 37, somewhere percent. And then this giant ice cream cone, big old strawberry ice cream. That's usually one of the favorite ones I get. And so I'm like, well, 38K Bitcoin, big red ice cream cone, what does that mean? It means take your profit. So that's what I sold. And that was the Bitcoin trade. Now, again, we've seen it go up to what, 72 now? 73? Yeah, it's a big difference. But I do what Spirit gave me. And to wait 5 or 6 months to make 38%, I'm not exactly unhappy. And I think some of these altcoins, again, are going to be moving here shortly with Bitcoin and whatnot. Bitcoin's probably going to make a new all-time high, I think, before this crash. We'll see. And if that does, some of the alts I think will do the same. Maybe not necessarily all-time highs, but they might, some of them. And then it might be time to run for the hills briefly while we deal with this, April-ish thing. And again, a lady walked up to me in front of the car crying her eyes out. And I was heading to New Mexico in the dream with 2 friends, which is typically what I usually go out there with to treasure hunt. And I said to myself, was planning on being out there in March. And I was, by the way, brief, for not too long, but I was out there doing it. And anyways, so before I even went out there, I had the dream, and I'm like, okay, so I'm heading to New Mexico. I know what that means. And then this lady comes, and she's crying her eyes out. In the dream, I recognize her. I stop the car, get out, ask her what's going on. Is she okay? And I swear she's going to tell me, I just lost my kid or something, just devastated, crying her eyes out. But she doesn't say that. She looks up at me when I ask what's going on. Are you okay? And she goes, the market's going to crash. And now that we would let the cat out of the bag in April. And I go, okay, I'm thinking, okay. And that was kind of the end of the dream. So I'm going, well, this is like back in January. So I'm like, I do plan on going. I think initially it was going to be the first 2 weeks of March. That was my initial plan. But then it changed kind of last minute to like the end of February in the first week of March. But the bottom line was around March, and at that time I had the dream, my plans were for definitely go to treasure hunt in March. And I was out there for about a week in March, the first week. So the reason I mention that is because when I first posted this privately in Patreon, I said, I'm not sure. I know what she said, but she didn't say which market. She just said the market will crash in April. So I'm like, well, probably the crypto market, because that's the only one I care about. Maybe that's why they're showing me that. But you know what? Trump did say if Biden wins, the stock market will crash. He's never told you something that hasn't come true, ever. So, has it crashed yet? Has not. Stock market. It's going to. And if this is Biden's last year, and some of us, wink, wink, I winked with this eye, but you couldn't see it. It's in permanent wink mode. Some of us think Biden's not going to be here in even November. He won't be the contender. He won't be around. He may be leaving soon. And again, Kamala steps in. She picks a vice president of Newsom. Then she goes away. Newsom becomes the president. They try to stall the elections in November to keep him in there, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of the running idea. Tory has mentioned this thing about Newsom potentially becoming a president somehow. So I think that's how it might go. But the market has to crash. So therefore, that lady telling me the market's going to crash in April tells me it's most likely going to be the stock market. But we've always seen other markets like crypto go with the stock market, especially on a big one. So would it be entirely possible that these damn markets crash on or about the same time, roughly, but then all of a sudden something happens and people start flooding the crypto market? Again, everything's rigged. Everything's rigged. So they're pumping the market now so they can rug pull everybody. And then when they rug pull everybody, they'll let it go right back up and make profits both on the way down, back on the way up. They'll get cheap crypto on the way down, pump it back up. I think that's how this is going to go. I wish the lady would have said which market in my dream specifically. So, for sure, crypto market. That's the only one we typically care about. But there's a lot of people who don't, and they care about their damn portfolio in the stock market and their 401k and their retirement. So I feel your pain. And as I said, I think because of one of the remote viewing sessions those guys did, crypto viewing or future forecasting group, as they like to be called now, the artist formerly known as crypto viewing. Hi, number 2. I'm number 1. So I think they did a session where they're like, it's like people's investment, something happens, they're unhappy, but they have no control over it. It's like it's taken from this thing and like moved to something else. They had no say so. They don't have any say in the matter. They're not happy, but it's like, well, that was bad, but this is, I don't know. We don't like it though. We don't have any say or control. And I saw that and I go, oh my God, I think I know what this means. Yes, the stock market's going to be destroyed. Everyone will be panicking. The news, they'll be out in full fear-monger mode, telling you that you need to put your money in U.S. Treasury bonds. Those are the safe things, blah, 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 blah. And the government's going to come in and say, yeah, we're going to save you from the stock market, wink, wink, and we're going to forcefully put your money in these Treasury bonds, which those don't go to zero. At least you'll make some interest. Maybe not what the stock market's done, but hey, look what just happened. Your retirement just got wiped out. So we're going to save you by putting you into these T-bills. Thank us. And then, not too long after, they get everybody's money over there because nobody else is buying our effing bonds. China said, F you selling them. The Fed can't buy them all. We need someone to step in and buy our Treasury bonds. And we have $33 trillion in debt. And it's ballooning faster than you can shake a stick at it, much less lick it. So we need to forcefully steal people's money and move it over here into the Treasury bond market. And we have just the solution. We're going to crash the effing market, stock market, scare the death out of everybody, and then move it over here. Now we've got our own citizens buying our worthless, unbacked, garbage fiat currency debt. But we're going to pay them interest. 10-year bond, 30-year, 25, 20-year, whatever, 2-year, pay you the good interest rate. And then a little while later, Entheos. Hey, remember when I said the Chinese yuan and the US dollar is going to go 1-to-1, as in parity, 1-to-1? Oh, yeah, I remember that. You did post it a few times. What is it now? It's about 7-to-1. 7 Chinese dollars equals one of ours. We got a strong dollar. That's my strong hand. Give me your other hand. But that's my strong hand. I think that's my favorite part of the whole movie, Scary Movie 2 or 3. Guys falling off the edge, the balcony. Here, take my hand. No, give me your other hand. But that's my strong hand. That's great. That's such a good scene. Here, take the strong bonds. We'll pay good interest. No, I want the other investment. Sorry. So 1-to-1 currency means total devaluation of your dollar, massive devaluation. But you're still earning your interest, aren't you? Okay. So if you can get your money out on the side, money market account, something to get out of your 401k and get into I think a money market is kind of that, but you're doing it in advance of the crash of the stock market. So your money in a money market account doesn't get wiped out when the stock market goes down, typically. However, you do have to be concerned about them devaluing it from 7-to-1 Chinese yuan to 1-to-1, which means, again, our dollar is going to get destroyed. And Antheo said this was going to happen. So he's not told you something that has never happened. We might be waiting on some things, Antheo said, that haven't happened yet, but things that he has said have happened. Oh, there's plenty. So I'm just trying to look at this and go, okay, here's how that could play out to equal that. Crash the stock market, force everybody into the bonds, and then devalue the dollar while they're over there. Just absolutely destruction for the little guy. So you have to get your money out of the stock market, and if you can't get it out, you may be able to call your broker and just say, hey, put it on the side in cash. How do we do that? Where I'm just not exposed by the stock market at all, and see what options they have. And again, usually money market or something like that is typically what that is. But then again, you have to, okay, what about the devaluation? What do I do? But I'm thinking we're going to have problems like everything gets destroyed. So they're going to, it's a planned demolition. So you may try to find a safe. I'm going to go into gold and silver, and all of a sudden gold and silver markets are crashing too. Do not forget, I did have a dream, $6 silver, less than $1,000 gold. Don't know the price of gold because I never got to see how far down it went. I just saw it went under 1,000. And silver was $6. So you think you're going to get slick. Oh, I'll take my money before the 7-to-1 crash, and I'm going to move it over here. And then all of a sudden that crashes. It's like, well, what the hell can you put your money in to really protect yourself? And now you're starting to see why Woo-Woo Dude said, Spirit showed me, him, you need crypto, you need cash, money, and you need gold and silver. Because each of those things are going to protect you at some point while one of those other ones is not doing real good or really bad. You're going to be bobbing and weaving with these things. And unfortunately, I don't know the order of, what's what. I do know we've not had $600 silver yet. So are they going to crash it to $6 first? The whole market gets wiped out. No more setting the price on Wall Street or COMEX market or whatever, paper market. And then all of a sudden, holy shit, silver and gold just found their new real market, prices. And now they're hundreds of dollars, and gold is freaking thousands and thousands. I just don't think I could see silver and gold doing that first. In a normal world, it would if you devalue the dollar. If it's 7-to-1 with Chinese yuan, and it goes 1-to-1, then that's the equivalent of essentially going 7x, right? So $25 silver would be almost $200. Not quite. But that's not $600. Gold, on the other hand, at $2,000 times 7, $14,000. So I don't know. I don't know what order what's going to happen. In the real world, that's how it would go. It would happen first. But when everything's controlled, they may take everything down at the same time so that you don't have these super high expensive prices of things because everything's getting wiped out at the same time. So not only is your dollar getting wiped out, but all the assets and values of other things are getting wiped out. Your $1 million home is back down to $300,000. You know what I mean? So all I know is I have all these things. I have some crypto. Even if I'm sitting on the side, believe me, I'm in the market at some level. Even if it's a small, a little bag of something, I don't usually sell every single penny worth of crypto I have. But when I had that Bitcoin dream, I go, man, all these coins, these main coins I'm sitting on, I'm going to put that over there. And I did. Again, I still made, I think 38% or something like that on it. So, it wasn't exactly a bad trade. Just, it could have been a lot more. But, again, does everybody catch the absolute top? Spirit showed me that. And I said, that's what I'm doing. I'm getting out of 38. They showed me. And I even said it, look, it's probably going to go to 42, 43, 44. It always goes higher than what they show me. at least a little bit. And I even gave example, Theta. They showed me sell at $1.50. It went to $1.60, I think, or $1.61. Okay, no big deal. Got out at $1.50. I was going to get out at $1.20 or $1.19. They showed me, no, not yet. Don't get out so fast. Here's you selling at $1.50. Don't cut yourself short. Well, that was pretty incredible, man. They saved me from selling too early. Thanks, Spirit. And I did that. I told everybody on Patreon. I did it. We all did it. Well, whoever followed me did it. So, anyways, I think the crypto market's going to get nailed briefly, and that might be a buying opportunity of a lifetime, and then maybe we ride it up, and then the rest of the year or later in the year at some point, this year, I think, it starts going up again and maybe breaks new all-time highs. Very possible. And then you may be like, oh my God, there's finally Cliff High's Bitcoin 100K parties he's forecasting the Webbot a few years back. Oh, here it is. Because I think everybody's going to go, wow, they've destroyed the value of gold. They've destroyed the value of this. But that damn crypto market, even though it's controlled, if too many of us get into it, they don't have enough tether to manipulate when the whole world goes, holy shit, I got to put my money over here. There's not enough. And yes, you would see them like they print our dollars. They would be printing tether out of nothing because they can. And remember when tether had, I think, 2 billion, between 2 and 5 billion tether, which is $2 to $5 billion. Everyone's like, we need an audit because you guys don't really have any reliable background showing you actually have a dollar backing each of these tether. Yeah, we do. 2 auditors came in, failed. They won't show us what we need. We're out of here. Well, that was that. Now there's 90 billion approximately. 90 billion tether. And somehow they were able to go from 2 to 5 billion. I'm not saying million. Billion. To nearly $1/10 trillion in tether. Why? Because they need those tethers to manipulate the market. And it gives you an idea of just how much they need, which means how many people are actually involved in this market. The world's waking up and getting in. So yeah, it could go from 90 to effing 300 billion tether when the rest of the world gets in. But in the meantime, as these people are getting in, the prices are going to go up. And I just want to catch one big fall. Give me my 20 cent XRP. I do want to get some Theta. Those are my 2 top coins that I want. And then let the games begin. So, again, today's, I think, the 16th of March. Tomorrow's, again, the 17th, weird banking thing. And a few more days, we're at the lunar eclipse. I'm going to be watching the market over this next several days. Is it time to get out? Are we up? Because again, I think they're going to pump it one more time. I don't know how high. And then we have the eclipse. Doesn't mean that right on the eclipse, the market has to crash either. It could be later in the month of April for all I know. I don't know. Which would be 3-4 weeks worth of market pumping for all I know. There's no telling. But again, I don't need to catch the top. I just want to grab a little profit here and a couple little trades we're messing with, and then yank it out. Back to 20 cent XRP. Let's go, baby. Hopefully that fills, and then the chaos hits, and then summertime and beyond, oh my God, the crypto market's back on fire. And we will see. So anyways, just sitting here with an eye patch, hoping this effing thing will finally heal up, because it has been 2 months. And again, it was on the other eye. It was over here first, little like if I push, like, okay, yeah, that hurts a little bit right there. And then now, that doesn't bother me. But over here is kind of the sweet spot. What the hell's up with that? Now, I was in New Mexico. I was bothering me then. Windy, check. Dusty, check. Dumbass for going? Not check. It's never a dumbass time to go out there and treasure hunt. Because if I can get in and find what I'm looking for, a whole lot of good can come to those Indians and other plans I have with that money. Treasure, that is. So it's never a bad time to go. But in all honesty, yeah, I probably should have waited a bit, and then went and let my eye heal up here in Florida, where it's not crazy, windy, dry, dust blowing on my freaking eyeball, that sort of thing. Not to mention we're up there digging, doing stuff. Dust, the wind blows. It's, oh my God, it's got my eye. Hold on. Oh, wipe my eye. But the thing is, like, nothing's going to stop me when I have a time to go out there. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Ooh. Because we can dig forever. And on that note, that's it. Take care.